Hello everybody and welcome back to Destiny Gaming YouTube channel. I know, it's been a while, I do apologise, but I'm back. I am back. So, I've been a little bit busy. Like most of you might not have noticed, but I'm stood on what looks like an Easy Start station. If any of you actually recognise Easy Start stations, if you've ever played them, which I rarely did. So, I'm here on the moon. This is one that I took a blueprint of, I've copied, and then printed into this world. I've modified it a little bit, as you may or may not be able to tell. Like, there's only one ramp on and off. Some of the landing pads have changed shape. We have a ship printer. Ouch. I just bounced my head off that. And it has a thruster pack on it. Okay, I haven't finished armouring up the thruster packs. I'm going to do that at some point. I can't figure out how to do the top. Or whether just to leave it open. I might leave that to you guys to decide. So, this was built in Pure Survival. This is actually on my public server, so anybody who's watching is welcome to come and actually play on the server. You never know, you might even run across me. So, as you can see, we've had a few accidents over the time. We got a miner, it blew its tank up and dropped down, so I built a new one. I might actually salvage that and grind it down for resources before we leave, because we're going to be leaving today. So, building this, we have no reactor on here, but we do have batteries that will be charged up in a day. That's purely down to the fact that I charged up these jump drives, so we have a limited capacity of what this base can do at the minute. So, as I was saying, so that ship is what I used to collect all the resources. We then built a load of miners and stuff. If you want to see how it was built, go check out my Twitch channel. I do believe the video should still be available on there. I will transfer it and upload it to YouTube as well, so you can actually see the stream where we built this base up to being what you see today. So, just to quickly run around the ships that we have. So we have here the welder, a ion transport thing that I've been using to collect money with the trade stations. All these ships were bought, actually. Well, the miner and the grinder were printed. The welder and miner were welder and grinder, even. Come on, Destiny, learn how to talk. They were printed. The drill ship here, that is bought from the shop. That's the gerbil miner. Absolutely cracking little one. I like that. Then I've got a fighter, just in case I needed it. I've not actually used it yet. It landed there, and I haven't actually moved it since. That's how useful that ship is. Up here, we have the grinding ship, welding pit, two refineries, a couple of assemblers there, and then a bank of assemblers down here. And then the prospect miner. So this is sort of like the big heavy mining ship that we'll probably be using later on. So this whole thing is landed on merge blocks. I built it so that this will detach and should fly. Now the question is, I don't know whether I've got enough thrust with 4 large hydrogens to get this thing off the ground. It's fairly heavy, and that's what we've got. The Nebuchadnezzar there, which is a ship of my design, you can find her on the workshop, I will post the link, will be staying there. And so will that rover that somebody Nezrin built. Good rover, just unfortunately blew a chunk off of it, so it is staying behind. So, quick tour inside. Is a big blank room. I haven't got around to decorating it. I don't know what to put in here yet. Through into here, we have medical and cryo and flight control. So you can see we're not moving. The weather is clear on the moon today, which is nice. We have 67% hydrogen and we're using 2 power. You can see what time I've recorded this, and that's as gravity, and all my stuff. Like, to be honest, my iron has got very low. I used to have a lot more. I had nearly 200,000 at one point, give or take. So, mining is going to be something we're going to need to do when we get out to space. What's through here? Through here is cargo container and the daft airlock window thing. I'm going to change this room up for something else. I don't know what yet. I am working on that. I'm thinking about taking all the doors out in between rooms as well. We have our backup hydrogen supply, which this tank, my idea is that's what's going to keep all the ships fueled. So all the ships, 90% of them are running on hydrogen. So if we go somewhere that doesn't have easy access to ice, like Mars, the alien planet, so on, that tank is what will keep everything flying. We have a couple of oxygen tanks which are nearly full. And then we're back outside. So, as you can see, the main staple of our hydrogen is in these tanks, which they're at 58%. So, I don't know how well this thing's going to do. I'm not going to do any more mining here. I am not actually going to be doing any more anything here on the moon. We're going to depart for pastures new. So my idea is with this station is I want to build a landing pad on every planet. So I want to land this thing on Earth, on Mars, on Europa. Obviously I'm already on Earth, like Moon. I want to go to the alien planet, Triton, and the new planet. Now, this server is a bit older, but we do have the new planet on here somewhere. I don't know where. I'll need to go find it and jump towards it. So, we're going to need to set off. And as I say, power-wise, we are fairly low. Let's do this. Also, as you can see, all the connectors we have on the base. So, thrusters on. Number 9 to release merge blocks. And we're away. Like, I don't expect this thing to be fast. I don't expect it to work. But at least we can take off from the moon. But it is only 0.25 gravity, so everything could change when we get up to space. And we're in 0G apparently. That was quick. Right, let's turn the dampeners back on. Let's come to a stop. It's not the fastest of things slowing down, but to be fair, this should only be jumping to places. And then we use all the other ships to go around and do what we need to do. So, it weighs a fair bit, and all does this. And I don't think that includes the ships that are docked to it. Oh, this does not like turning. Right. I do know from previous life of there is minimal asteroids around this planet. Around the moon. So, what planet do we go to first? I just worked out what was using a lot of the power. It'll be the GravGen, I bet. That's squirreled away under there. We do need to armour up the underside of this at some point. We'll work on that. Because everything is a little exposed. Because I'm not bothered if we build down to the bottom of the towers, where the merge blocks are. If we can build a layer down to there. And go from there. So, I reckon I'm going to go in. Right, jump drives. We have 4 altogether. 2 through 4, I'm going to shut off. Jump 1. Let's go 30 kilometers in roughly that direction. Jumps. So, number 5, let's go. We will run out of power, I am damn sure of it. I think we just did. No, lights are still on. Right. Something's glitched. Like, big style. Right, let's go for Old Faithful. I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to turn it on so there's power. And then I'm going to press F5. I'll see you in a second. Right, so welcome back. That fixed it. Sometimes you just gotta relog. Right, let's... How long do we have before we have power back? Which drive is active? It is U. 22 minutes, right. We're gonna switch that off. Right, we have power, so at least the antenna's working. Everything's working as it should. I can't fly, apparently. I'm thinking let's actually build a ore detector on the base, because I don't think I have one yet. Yeah, so GG ore detector. We are running a couple of mods on here, but no too heavy. Put you there. Come grab the gerbil welder. Double tap forward and bring around. Shockingly, we had enough components to do that. Now I'm not docking these things up because I don't want to be using their power to stay in the base. We will figure the base out. Probably need to build a reactor at some point. We do have some uranium, I believe. Right, I'm going and looking at the screens. I couldn't tell you. Right. Right, the range up on that. I can't see any storage around here. Oh, there's some up there. So we need to go get some iron. His main goal. Welcome back, and well, would you look at that. Iron on the first asteroid. Now you have the things that you actually need and you can find them. So let's load up on this, go back to the station and make an approach onto the flying planet, I think. I think that's as far as we're going to get before we need to start considering recharging. Might have to set up some parachutes. Or crash and burn. I think parachutes would be the better idea out of the two. That'll do as a full load for now. Let's head back. So, now that we've got that full load of iron, I will see you back at the base while we try and figure out whether we're going to have enough power to do the jump, or whether we are just going to be ending up stranded in deep space and we are going to have to build a reactor that I don't want to build. No reactors on the base. That is the whole idea of going to be of this run through. I don't want to put a reactor on that base. We will figure things out. Even if we have to make an emergency landing onto a planet so we can charge up off wind turbines. That's the rule. No reactors. And I can't go on land on a planet and build a platform with a reactor and production blocks. That's the other rule. All production has to be done through this base and this base alone. I can have a powered base, powered by a reactor, but I can't charge the ship off of it. Right, no, I think, yeah, we can charge the ship up, station up off that, but this station can't have reactor power. Yes. We'll go with something along those lines. That's the idea. That's the premise behind what we're doing today. On this series, and I want to go visit every planet build and have a landing pad for this station on every planet, and also be able to take off from that planet. We should take off from Earth. I think we are going to have to put atmospheric thrusters on, which require power. So getting off the Earth-like planet could deplete any reserves of power we have. So there you go. That's the thinking process whilst we fly back to the station. I think I need to build a new landing pad for this thing as well, because the grinder and welder are taking up the 2 pads that are set up for this ship, this style of ship. Or I can just go land it, but down onto the one in the middle of the corridor. We'll probably do that. It's this rover landing port here. I think I managed to more or less line that up perfectly. Our power usage is jumping up all over the place, but to be fair, we are running on, I think, that small hydrogen generator right now. Because they're empty. Those batteries are empty as they come. These refineries are chewing away on the iron. So let's get some parachutes built, I think. Conveyor junction. Parachute hatch. And then number 8, parachute hatch there. We may have to build this one up to on the outside. Mainly because I don't want to be cutting through that room. Cut through here though. Junction. Hold that one up so the rest of the station isn't cut off. Right. Let's grab the welder. Downside of having that engine running at the minute, I'm using hydrogen. My hydrogen engines are okay, but as everyone knows who's ever used a hydrogen engine on this game, they are extremely inefficient. The amount of power they give you to the amount of power they use. Here we go. Right, looks like I just lost a welder. That I can work. That I can live with. I can repair that later. I think I did actually change it so that engine shouldn't be there, but we'll leave it for now. With the fact that this base has basically no power at all, having that engine is probably more of a godsend than we think. I also need to change these landing pads out for actual blasto blocks, so that thumps like that aren't too bad. And put railings around these landing bays. They're relatively terrible. Great. So that's the parachutes welded up. So let's see if I did have is creating canvas, because if I didn't, I need to make that a thing. Make sure the parachutes are getting canvas. Canvas 10. Right. So in all good theory, parachute hatches, auto deploy. Let's say 500 meters. Reckon that'd be enough? We'll find out, won't we? Parachute hatch each has 5 in it, so that's 20. Cool. Go. Then we want to turn off that jump drive. That's the joys of having more, is it powers not end of the world. Hopefully we can land on an ice lake or something. I'm not holding out too much hope, I'll be deadly honest. But let's go land. There's a nice lake. I think. Looks a bit ice lakey, doesn't it? Do you reckon we're aiming for it? What do you think? Spin, 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 spin. Landing gears. Let's get some landing gears on this thing. We're losing power again. And we're going dark. That's not good. That is really, 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 really not good. Well, crashing was always an option. Well, we only partially lost one ship. That's not so bad. We've lost the jump drive. Again, not end of the world. We do have some others. We can repair that. We've lost a whole nacelle, so we've lost quite a lot of hydrogen there. But we're at 72% of what we do have. There is a thruster in the middle of that door. That door's bust. Apparently we are that high up we have no oxygen though. So we're still going to have to rely on being airtight. Need to level this base up. Sorry, I was not very talkative during that bit because I was concentrating way too much. Thing is, the grinder ship is probably one of the few things I really needed right now. Right. So, I'm probably going to end this one here. So, we'll come back next episode, and next episode we're going to try and level this out, so at least it's on the right orientation. And see where we go. Because we can't work on this like this. This is too bad. Way too bad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut that air vent off because this is a big room to keep filling up. So that's going to be shut down. We've only got a limited oxygen supply. I don't fancy wasting it. I'll keep these bits pressurized. I think that just filled up really quickly then. Let me shut that door. Open them two. Let it all disappear. Oh, we're on low O2 now. Which means we can set... Oh, the depressurization vent is on. So in theory, in fact I can't get through that door besides the point, yet the oxygen tanks are full, so it doesn't matter. Oxygen is no longer a big problem. So then guys, thank you for joining me on this. I hope this is going to be... This should turn into a fun series, mainly trying to get this base back flying again. Because we have a whole nacelle to rebuild. As soon as we blew it up. And bits of it's still on fire, and hey, thrusters survived, at least. And at least one pylon survived, so... And them landing gears, they were a good idea. As it turned out. But yeah, I've got an idea for getting this thing leveled. I just hope it works. I just really, really hope it works. It's got two choices, two chances. It either will or it won't. Rather that, I'm going to need to try and find a atmospheric welder ship. So if anyone knows of one, small grid, they want to ping that to me. Of course, if you leave a comment in the comment section below, or come and join the Discord channel, Minimalistic Gaming, we can figure something out from there. But anyway, that's enough from me to... My character's a guy again. I'm not happy with that. I always play with a female character. I need to go fix that in my slightly wonky house. Anyway, sorry, I'm distracted now because, yes, I want to do that. Alright, female astronaut. There we go, that's better. So, anyway guys, thank you very much for coming and watching, and I shall see you next time when we write the station. See you later guys.